welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sianda. Let me first start off this week's video by saying thank you so much for the love, for the support, for liking my video, for sharing it with your friends, and the comments and also the feedback that I received. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I am honored and I really appreciate the feedback and I appreciate the support as well. I'm excited to see what's next in this journey of ours. So yeah. According to my planner, because I'm trying to get some structure into my life. According to this week's planner, I had planned that I'm gonna do a week in my life vlog. But then because of the fact that I kept starting the vlog and then I forget midway, and then I start vlogging again and then I forget, or something distract like load shedding or anything of that nature, then I eventually stop. So it's just bits and pieces I still need to put together. Then I decided okay, no, let me just do like a sit down chit chat with you guys about this particular on this particular topic, based on the conversations that I've been having with my friends, obviously. So basically we were having a conversation with my friends about relationships and all of that, and then I noticed that basically things have changed in terms of relationships compared to when either our parents were growing up or we were growing up, what we were taught in terms of how to conduct yourselves when you are in a relationship and all of that. So with that being said, let me just give you a backstory. I am a PK. So yeah, I forgot to mention that in the previous video. I am a PK, and the reason why I'm mentioning that is because of the fact that that has basically formed or informed a lot of the decisions or a lot of the expectations that I would have in terms of relationships, what they would look like and all of that. Because obviously it was centered around Christianity. It was centered around how you, or what proverb is it, Proverbs what 31 women, something of that nature. Yeah, so basically I was even part of a group called, I forgot the name of this group, guys, in school, in high school, whereby we were embarking on a journey to wait for marriage. Yeah, but I forgot the name of the group, man. But that's besides the point. So a lot of the times we as women or we as girls were raised or taught basically that you are the prize, men need to chase you, never give yourself to a man unless it's after marriage, all those things, right? What I've picked up now is that things have changed. There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of options. People are exploring their sexuality. People are exploring like what they want, what they don't want, and all of that, which basically ties in together with what I want to speak about. Just also a disclaimer, this is my opinion. This is in no way, shape, or form the end all or being all. This is not the Bible. Everyone is free to basically have this debate or this conversation with me, right? This is just basically the way that I feel as of right now. So we were basically having a conversation about relationships and all of that, and then I picked up that most people are not ready to be in a relationship because it's either they don't want to commit, or they're still trying to put things together. They're still trying to structure certain things within their lives, or it's either I'm gathering that like people don't want to be tied down, or they don't want to report to anyone, because apparently that's what relationships have been made to look like nowadays. People are more controlling. People, they don't know what they want, or they don't know who they are when they come into a relationship, what their expectations or what their boundaries are, and all of that. So I just wanted to touch on a few things that I basically picked up in terms of these conversations that we've been having. So like I said, a lot of people were touching base on the fact that women don't know what they want. They tend to rush after the title of being a girlfriend, of being a partner, and all of that. um and what is the other thing that was mentioned? Okay, I forgot what but then those are the main points that I picked up, of which I agree to a certain extent with those things. Yes, there are people that basically rush to get into relationships for various reasons, maybe fear of being alone, or basically they're working on a particular timeline. It's various reasons, the reasons why people want to rush into things. But for me, I it's not based on what like the conversations that I've been having with the girls, is that it's not necessarily that women rush after the title, but it's a matter of knowing where you stand. It's a matter of knowing where you stand, and then with knowing where you stand, you basically ask the question that what are we doing, right? So that we start off on an equal footing. No one is misleading the other person. No one. We are basically on the same scale. We starting this thing off with all of our cards on the table as to what we're doing, how we're going to proceed going forward. If you are interested in what I want, if we are willing to meet each other halfway, and all of that. It's a matter of wanting to know where you stand with the person, and also trying to assess if this situation that I'm getting myself into, is it what I want for my life in this particular time. So yeah, and also in terms of generally people know what they want, but it's either they're not able to communicate what they want and be clear and firm about it. So it's a matter of that, whereby I'm somewhere somehow I feel as though that you do know what you want, even though you have not thought deeply about it and then like dissected it as to how it must look, what exactly is it that you want. But I think on a general scale, people do know, have some sort of an idea of what they do want, or if you don't know what you want, what you don't want, right? So it's a tricky thing because of that. Also, another thing is that we fear being used. That's one thing that we being used it's it's heart-wrenching when you put yourself in a situation and whereby you feel as though you both of you are moving in the same direction, but then all of a sudden you find yourself in the position whereby you are alone. Typical example: you would get into this vibing situation with this person, you meet some of the family, you meet the friends, you go out a lot together, you spend a lot of time together, you talk a lot, you call each other, and all of that. That would lead you to think that you guys are in a relationship, right? And then when it's convenient for the other person, or when they feel or when they feel that no, this is not necessarily what I want, or when you do something maybe that they don't like or they don't necessarily are comfortable with, then all of a sudden they pull that card that no, don't forget, we are not in a relationship. So that's where that question comes in, whereby you need to know what exactly are you doing, so that we both make the rules as to how are we going to conduct this, and how are we going to move forward with regards to this, right? And then when it is time, let's say things don't work out, or things do, or you feel as though that this is not really what I want. I feel as though that um men and women are not on the same page with regards to this, because I feel as though that yes, we must be empathetic and not sympathetic towards one another when it's time to basically move on to the next thing. Be respectful about it. Don't be rude. Don't invalidate the other person. Be respectful, and also like be empathetic and understand that it's the way that I receive things is going to be different from the way that you receive things, right? So don't be on that tip whereby we're gonna hit it and run, and then it's okay. It's let's just practice empathy in that regard. And then also, it is okay for us not to be on the same space. Let's say I meet someone, and then I say that I'm ready to be in a relationship. That doesn't necessarily mean that I want to be in a relationship with you. It just means that I'm ready to be in a relationship. If you're not ready to be in a relationship, that's okay. Communicate that no, this is not the space that I'm in. And then in the event that we don't want to like pursue anything further, then we are there. We just move on. It is okay. Let's just give each other grace and hold space for each other, for us to be able to communicate those things with each other. That no. We are not on the same page. We are not in the same space, and it is okay, because people have options. People have choices. You can make a choice that it feels right for you. Another thing that I wanted to touch base on with regards to this particular thing is that it just because I cannot I don't have control I don't have control over what or how the other person feels about me, right? To basically elaborate on that, when I say I don't have control over it, I mean in the sense that I can love you in all the love languages that you require. I would swing from the chandeliers and do everything that you require, but if you don't feel me, you don't feel me. But now I can't catch an attitude because of that, because I've been trying to basically sex you into what I want, or force you, or impose what I want on you. No, it does not work that way. I do not have control over that. That's how you feel, and that's that. So I can't at any given time impose how I feel on the other person. It is okay for you need to let it go. Period. You just need to let it go. I don't have control over it. Then you just need to make peace with it and then move on. Also, another thing is that we as people tend to basically, if I feel as though that you tick like 75% of my boxes, then I start to restructure basically what I want to fit into what you want, forgetting that let's say I did not want to be in a relationship, or I wanted to be in a relationship, the other person did not want to be in a relationship, but because of the fact that I feel based on our interactions, I feel as though this person ticks like 75% of my boxes. Now I alter what I wanted initially to fit what you want, so that I can stay in the same space as you. That is wrong, because I don't feel as though it is fair for either one of us, because now on my end it's going to create resentment that I stayed in a situation whereby that did not serve me in any shape or form, and also a situation whereby I did not want or agree to, but I made a choice to stay in that. Also, with the other party now, it's not fair for him or her, with regards to that, because of the fact that now they think that we are on the same page. Kanti, we are not on the same page. And then now when I catch an attitude, they don't understand. But continue, what's happening here? So I feel as though that we need to get into a space whereby we are empathetic. We take it upon ourselves to be honest with ourselves, with what we want, with what we need, with what we bring to the table, and be honest with the next person so that they are able to redirect their steps in a manner that suits them. I don't have the right as me to manipulate the situation so that I get what I want. That is not fair. So I feel as though it's in it, that's what I'm getting with regards to all of this. Also, another thing now is that with regards to this title chasing situation now that is being mentioned, it's not, I cannot stress this enough, because now, okay, I'm going to agree to the vibing and the getting to know each other. We're all in the context of okay, we're vibing, right? We getting to know each other, but we're still getting the benefits of being in a relationship. And then now, when you tiptoeing around this particular person because you don't know where you stand with them, or am I doing too much with calling? Am I doing too much with too much with texting? Am I doing too much with asking if or if we can hang out or anything of that nature? Now it feels like you're bothersome to the next person. So that's the reason why and it's not rush, it's not wanting to rush into things. It's just so that you know where you stand, and I can make an informed decision based on the information that I have, that okay, this is what he's saying to me, this is or this is what she's saying to me. All right, now the choice that I have, it's either I stay and basically try whatever we want to try out, or I bounce. So it's just that we just need to be empathetic. We need to be honest about the way that we feel and the way that we yes, and very important, be honest about the way that we feel, the things that we want, the things that we need, and what you bring to the table. And also be respectful when you communicate those things, because I the way that the intention might be there for me to be respectful, or for me to basically think about how you would receive it, but the way that I deliver it, you might not receive it the way that I intended you to receive it. So let's be respectful, let's give each other grace, and also let's communicate, let's talk, let's have a conversation. And also let's stop expecting people to respond or react in a particular way. People will respond the way that they want to respond, because they are people, and the way that they respond is informed by their past experiences, where they come from, and all of that. So we need to basically be aware and acknowledge those things. Don't invalidate the other person, and also make sure that at any given point in time you don't make the other person feel as though that you are using them to gain whatever you want to gain. Let us be on that on in that space whereby basically we see because the world is a cruel place on its own. Now when we add these layers as well, I feel as though that yeah, even though some say it's not that deep, but it is deep. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about today. Comment down below, what are your thoughts in terms of this particular topic, about are we vibing, are we not vibing, are we serious, are we not serious, what are we doing? Just comment down below, let's have a conversation, let's talk about this, and then don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. Till next time. Bye.